Hi and welcome back. We're going to be finishing up the geode that we had started a few days ago. The one that I actually started, I had to finish it. I was recording the next part and I knocked over my bottle of acetone and then I didn't have any left. So I had to, stop, and then I had to just get it finished because it's for an order. But I do have another cup. The process is exactly the same. Glitter it randomly while you prep it. Scrub it, sand it, scrub it again with Dawn, wipe off with alcohol, prime it. This cup I used turquoise and white, and it's random. And I apply the glitter, same as the other, just random. The champagne geode, the paint step was 2 coats of acrylic and mink pearl, and it's DecoArt, and then 2 coats of white pearl, again it's DecoArt, and that was for the champagne cup that we started with. This cup, like I said, the process is completely the same, but the paints are 2 coats of FolkArt. What is it? It's aquamarine, and then the white pearl. All these paints are metallics. Apply your paint however you'd like. I use my finger. I don't know why. That's why you'll notice that my hands are always covered in paint and ink and whatever. But that's just the way I like to do it. So we're going to get started. I have a rag. It's a rag from the hardware store. Came in a bag. And then acetone. Acetone in your rag. And then just slowly remove the paint. And like I said, the glitter on this cup, these cups are applied randomly, so I never know what I'm going to get when I take the paint off. It's always a surprise. If you come across the part on your cup when you're making it that you really, really, really want to have visible, put a piece of tape over it so you know where to remove your paint. Just remove your paint. I like when the color from underneath shows, in this case, the turquoise aquamarine. I'm going to leave those little bumpies like that. This, after we applied the glitter, I put 2 coats of epoxy. Get it pretty smooth. Doesn't have to be perfect because then it leaves those little bumpies, which look good. Gives it some interest. Gives it a rustic look, antiqued, distressed, whatever you want to call it. Now this is the acrylic paint. I use the acrylics. It takes a little bit more to remove than the spray paint. The spray paint's a little bit easier. And you have to be careful because the acrylic paint will gum up. And if it does, just smooth it out. I just pick random places to, my cup's not staying. dried very well. Random places to remove the paint. I've got shades of turquoise, silver, holographic, all that fun stuff underneath. And just continue to remove your paint. Be careful of your shapes. Don't want anything to look like a peony or veg, which is very easy to do. And sometimes you don't even realize it. And then there's a real big peony right on the middle of your cup. And you've already epoxied it. Yeah, don't ask me how I know. Remove some bigger areas, smaller areas. It's however you like it. I like it. Remove it up top around the edge. My cup's gonna fall. Make it look distressed like that. And like I said, I like when the turquoise shows through and then gets on the other parts of the cup, like smears. I leave it, I like that. It looks pretty. Adds a little bit of interest. But play with the kind of paints that you use. I like to use the metallics and the color shift paints. Make them a little bit different. There's lots of beautiful geode cups out there. Don't forget to be careful because the acrylic paint will gum up. I don't know if it's all acrylic paints or just the metallics. If it starts to get gummy on you, just move to a different spot. Bottom. I like to do around the edges of the bottom. that's all you do. It's really, it's an easy cup to do with a really gorgeous outcome. Try not to touch your paint. You will leave a fingerprint. Take off as much or as little as you want. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll answer them as soon as I can. Definitely need to take some off here. Don't forget to go around, check your shapes, make sure they're okay. Because if you leave a shape of a peony and you don't notice, once you notice it, that's all you're going to see. I think it's funny, but some people do. You don't want to send off that cup to the customer with a phallic shape on it. Okay, I think I'm getting good. I might be good with yeah, I think I like that. Maybe up here, because I do like it on the edges. My cup's gonna fall off. Okay, I think we're good. And then what I'll do next, usually I'll let it sit. I'll let it sit, and because it's gotten gummy from the acetone. And then this is alcohol. I think it's 91%. Then I'll come back with the alcohol and clean up the glitter parts. Get off any paint residue. usually do this part in the bright sunlight outside or by a window because I'm blind and I will miss spots where it needs to be cleaned. You can take a Q-tip and go in if you need to. But that's it. Now I'll let it sit till tomorrow, and then I'll come back and look at it, check my shapes of my glitter, make sure everything's good before I put epoxy on it. Because sometimes you just need to walk away from something and come back later and you'll see something that you missed. But that's it. This process was the same exact as the champagne pink one, just turquoise. There you go. All right. Thanks for joining us, or me, or whatever. Thank you. Please subscribe and like, and we'll be back with another video soon. Thanks.